Hello everyone, it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin and welcome back to my channel, lovelies. Today I'll be continuing a series on my channel that deals with natal chart analysis, and today I'll be doing one on Sofia Richie. I'll be speaking on her personality traits or characteristic traits based off of her natal chart and how she's been able to garner a lot of success in regards to her natal chart as well and her placements. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video, lovelies. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you're able to know when I upload videos on the daily. Please also make sure you hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. And last but not least, please make sure you share this video with everyone you know, whether it's your friends, your family members, your enemies, anyone who really loves Sofia Richie or really loves his content. So Sofia Richie was born on August 24th, 1998, so this qualifies her to be a Virgo, and because she is a Virgo, she's someone who's usually motivated by an urge to find practical outlets for skills, talents, and abilities with an emphasis on being useful. She's also an earth sign, so she tends to be someone who is very much organized, very much industrious, and since she's a mutable sign, she's someone who tends to be very caring and she has incredible intuition. Having this placement, she's also someone who at times may be critical of herself and other people, and that's something that she will need to work on in regards to knowing that she can have a balance of both critique and also praise. So critiquing others in herself and also praising others in herself. So that's something that would really benefit her and help her in her life as well. Up next would be her moon in Libra, and with this placement, she's someone who's a great planner and she's very great at strategizing different things, and she's great at having a sense of detail. She's also someone who really loves to be very charismatic. She's very irresistible, but she's very intelligent as well. She's very intelligent. She's someone who can have a great conversation with. She's very charming and she's able to charm you away. She's very adaptable to situations. She's very smart. She's very elegant and very fair. At times she can be indecisive, but she needs balance in her life, which makes sense because it's a Libra placement. She may be self-indulgent at times and she loves to depend on others. She's also someone who likes to intellectualize her emotions, so having emotions is something that can be difficult for her to have, but she's also very great at managing them as well. Next up would be her Mercury in Leo, and someone with this placement always appears to be very young. She's able to just have a great way of speaking. She's very frank, she's very honest, and you just know how she feels all the time. She's someone who has an authoritative manner about her, that she is able to draw a crowd, and she has a very incredible flair in regards to the way that she talks. She's also someone who is going to be very dynamic with her words. She's usually the person who loves giving speeches, and she loves her own voice, which is very beautiful. She's always colorful, whether she's happy or sad. She's very uplifting, very motivating. She's very enthusiastic, very strong in her words. She's very lively. She loves to speak rather than listen sometimes, but she has very positive feelings and she's always admired. Up next would be her Venus in Leo. So with this placement, she's someone who's very bold in regards to how she feels about you. She's someone who really loves her partners and wants a lot of grand gestures to be shown towards her, and she shows those grand gestures to her partners as well. She's someone who will go to a great amount of lengths to ensure that her relationship remains exciting and fun. She's very loving in her relationships, and she's very generous as well. She's very expressive and playful and spontaneous. She loves to brag about her relationships, and she's someone who loves to be courted and to feel special. She's very loyal, but she still likes attention for others. She's a big flirt at times, and she's someone who loves to be attracted to colorful people. She's someone who easily forgives and follows her heart, and sometimes she may hang on to relations longer than she should, but she's getting better. Up next would be her Mars in Leo. So this gives her her third placement in Leo, and she has a Leo stellium now. She is very persistent and intelligent when it comes to her fiery nature. She loves a great challenge, and she's someone who loves doing things that are fun. So her having fun in relationships is something that really drives her. She's also someone who's very ambitious, and she has a very fiery nature and very tenacious nature. And I have done a video on Mars and Leo, so you guys can watch that video. It really gives a better explanation as to what Mars and Leos really have. She's someone who's very creative, very much managerial skills. She's someone who has courage and persistence and generosity. That's something that really comes with this placement, and she's very much able to embody all of these traits in regards to her having the type of drive she needs in order for her to succeed in everything she needs. Up next would be her Jupiter in Pisces, and this is actually a very great placement to have. She's someone who blesses her soft heart with loving compassion, and she's someone who's connected with people that come into her life no matter how well she knows them, and she has a very great understanding of people and allows her sense of feeling to really dictate how she feels about people as well. She's someone who is going to have a moral code that includes helping those who are less fortunate. She's someone who is at her best when she gives herself what she wants. And she's someone who's very idealistic, and she's someone who's great at just having a lot of luck in her life. Jupiter is great in Pisces, Sagittarius, and Cancer, and having this placement, she has been able to gain a lot of luck in her life, and that's something that's very great and beautiful for her. And she's just able to really show that in different ways in her life. Up next would be Saturn in Taurus, and it makes her very humble, grounded, and unaffected by any celebrity or social status. She's someone who is very much going to be organized in regards to her money. She's always going to focus on it and what she can do to get it. She's someone who's very reliable when it comes to responsibilities, and she is going to make sure she gets things done. With this placement, one of the lessons she will learn is how to not just focus on money all the time, and know that if she's patient and if she believes in herself, she will get all the resources she needs. But having freedom is something that she has every right to have, and she's someone who is always going to need that emotionalness in her life, and that's something that really benefits her and is really great for her. So just knowing these facts will really help her with her Saturn in Taurus. Up next is her Uranus in Aquarius, and this is actually a great placement for her to have. She's someone who likes to take on social causes and find ways to solve all the complex issues that happen in life, whether it's poverty or injustice. Aquarius is very much a placement of rebellion, of social change, and humanitarianism. So this really does give an insight as to what she really loves the most. She's someone who is a reformer at heart and wants to make changes that benefit society as a whole. She's willing to devote her time, energy to see that it comes about, especially if the proper group support and the purpose is really found. She's going to make sure she works as hard as she needs to in order to accomplish that. She's careful with everything that she needs to be in regards to who she should support and who she shouldn't support, or anybody with this placement. But this is a very great placement to have. Up next is her Neptune in Capricorn, and with this placement, she's someone who is very much going to focus on ways to increase her power, wealth, and influence, and that's something that she will always focus on. She's also someone who is very idealistic in her work, very practical, and has the ability to sustain reasonable goals. But because she always stresses the need to be giving and selfless, it may be difficult for her to attain a lot of the goals that she wants to have in life, because she feels like she will need to lower all of her expectations on all fronts. However, she needs to also know that she can have it both, or anyone with this placement, you can have it both. You can have the selflessness and also just putting yourself first and doing what you need in order for you to accomplish the goal in a very moral way. So this is a very interesting placement to have, but she is going to manage it well. Up next would be her Pluto in Sagittarius. So since she was born between 1995 and 2008, she is a part of Generation Z, and they're all about freedom, experimenting, exploring, and having a lot of risk. They have a lot of optimism in their hearts, and the thrill of living and possibilities is something that comes up with them a lot as well. She's someone who's great at talking about globalization and talking about different issues that deal with different types of people. They're very much always going to be searching to add wealth to their knowledge and their enjoyment. So reading, watching TikToks, doing things that really increase their knowledge is something that Gen Z really loves, and it's just for fun. It's not really to advance in life or for an occupation, but just for fun, for them to just really keep that in their mind bank in order for them to just have that wisdom and philosophy. Up next would be her North Node in Virgo. So with this placement, she will need to develop these attributes in order for her to find her hidden gifts and talents. One of them is participation, being able to bring order to chaos, creating routines for herself, focusing on the here and now, acting on feelings of compassion, being of service to others, analyzing and categorizing, gaining self-confidence through experience, having a lot of moderation, taking risk in spite of fears, noticing and valuing her details, accepting the reality of daily life, learning the way of the healer, helping others heal their pain and in turn heal her own, connecting with her inner perfection, pursuing life with clarity, learning to be modest, practical, and precise, that her talent is made sense of herself and of others around her. Up next would be her Chiron in Scorpio, and with this placement, she tends to have the wound of not being able to really have a lot of passionate things in her life, a lot of deepness in her life, or soul guides in her life. Also, she's probably someone who've had a lot of past trauma or abuse in her life, and this can really be hard for her to really believe in a partner or believe that she deserves the best in a relationship. With this placement, she is someone who may have the wound of psychology or emotions of not feeling worthy and avoids intense emotions because of those experiences she has. But helping others through extreme life passages will really help her heal her life, and I feel like she's been able to do that a lot, and she's been able to heal this wound. Up next would be our Ascendant/Rising in Sagittarius, and this is actually a very nice placement. She's someone who tends to be very liberal, very adventurous, very lucky in her life. She's someone who's very indulgent, very carefree, very optimistic, and very humanistic. She's someone who loves to travel, loves to explore. She's someone who may be restless or very active at times. She's very direct. She's someone who has a natural optimism about her, and she loves to share her opinions. She's very lighthearted and charismatic, and she needs freedom and independence. She likes for everyone to be happy. She's very curious, very much towards spirituality and philosophy, and she's very self-confident in herself. She's also someone who loves to be open-minded and loves to do different things in her life. And this is very much a great placement for her, and it brings her a lot of luck because of her optimism. Up next, and last but not least, is her midheaven in Libra. And with this placement, she's someone who is very much going to look very poised in regards to her public image in the occupation that she's in. She's someone who is going to be perceived as very diplomatic, very fair, very accommodating, very deliberate. She loves to mediate conflict, and she loves public relations. She loves curating the look in order for her to really get that image in the public eye. She's someone who needs to be surrounded by creativity and pleasant things in order to help her feel more balance in her life. She's someone who's very charming, very diplomatic. That's her image in the public eye in regards to her career. She loves to climb the ladder of success by getting others to support her fully. And she's someone who just loves to have a lot of decision making. That's all I had for you lovelies today in regards to Sofia Richie's natal chart. Please let me know down below, did you learn more about her? Did you get a better understanding as to who she is as a person? Please also let me know down below who else you guys would want me to do a natal chart analysis on. And if you have not yet subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, please make sure you are doing so. Please make sure you hit that like button and that share button so you guys can show your love and if you have not yet followed me on all of my social media accounts, please make sure you're doing so, from my Gael Beauty account with my SD store, my Instagram, and my Facebook, as well as my social media under Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all of my social medias, as well as my PayPal, which is linked down below with the email down below. I love you guys all so dearly. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next